You've seen what plagues us at the summit, haven't you? The source of all the tremors. Almost as though the mountain itself quakes with fear. We need a plan.
The gods have stood against Typhon before. Wasn't it a well-placed thunderbolt from Zeus that did him in?
Tales of valor and deeds of valor are not always one and the same. Then let us lure this Typhon toward the summit, where our strength combined with yours is the best opportunity we have. And please take care, cousin.
Our nightly routine. The monster Typhon isn't liable to stop, you know. He has your family on the back foot, cowering in your Lord Uncle's palace. Exactly where we want them.
A suitable distraction I can take advantage of. Just as soon as you're out of the way, along with your bird.
You're telling me your plans. Now we're truly getting to know each other. I almost regret what's about to transpire.
If there's one good thing about this war, it's that even our most reserved family members have to rise up and make themselves known. Or just make themselves known, in the case of my good son Hephaestus here.
Another one of you found just there, Dad, and right in which his earshot too. Just when I thought he couldn't possibly stoop to me level, he continues to surprise.
One of the serpentine tales of Typhon, lord and father of all monster kind, slashed through floor after floor of the fortress behind which the Olympians take shelter from his storm.
You've knocked Typhon around a bit, but he's still plenty mad. Isn't there something you or Heck can do to make him re-examine his life choices and whatnot?
If by re-examine his life choices you mean have his whole existence flashed before his many eyes before he's finally destroyed, then yes, that's in the works. But it may take some time.
Oh, good. Can't do things quick if they don't take some time. Well then, don't let me keep you from your research. See you later, Em.
This world is filled with monsters large and small, and for the most part, they are not unstoppable, as evidenced by our Dark Princess of the Dead, who thus decides to take a little break.
Go. Okay. So hold on. How is it you're going after the Titan of Time way down below, but he's also attacking Olympus way up top? Is he two separate guys, or just the one?
Kronos isn't attacking Olympus personally, Dora. He's just sending his legions there. He has a dangerous commander leading the assault. A different Titan called Prometheus.
A different Titan called Prometheus? Prometheus. Huh.
Yes, the Titan of Foresight. Even you probably know the tale of his punishment for stealing from the gods.
No, it's... I think... Nah, don't worry about it. See you later, Mel.
His reasons for siding with Kronos seem plain enough. For one, he wants his vengeance on Lord Uncle Zeus and the rest. And for another, he's a Titan himself.
I am a Titaness as well, as his sister Selene, lest you forget. Our lineage need not dictate our loyalties or principles. Although perhaps Prometheus sees otherwise.
You felled that mountain-sized monstrosity, goddess. It would be false of me to say I had no doubt you would, though I'd only a bit, I swear. So, how did you outsmart him?
Outsmart him? All I could do was keep hitting him with all my might. It helped that Lord Zeus also struck him hard with lightning bolts. Eventually it worked, and Typhon fell.
Well, your battle prowess may be unsurpassed, but your ability to weave a yarn is not quite there. When next you overcome the father of all monsters, do make of it a much more rousing tale, would you?
The rank and file of the crossroads swell with shades who once were lost, but now have joined in our Princess Melinoe's most righteous cause.
Welcome to the ranks of the unseen.
Must think you're pretty tough by now, don't you? Beating Kronos or whoever down again and again. But are you pushing yourself to the fullest, or taking it easy?
Few would consider the task of vanquishing the Titan of Time to be an easy one, Commander. Though I take your meaning, the oath of the unseen beckons.
Come on, use it. My disciples and I are practically daring you. You'll get to spruce up your nocturnal arms, we'll get to see what happens. Win-win.
Unless I fail. Dear.
I meant to warn you, by the way, to not engage with the big burly lion-maned fellow who sometimes stalks about the streets out there.
You must mean Heracles, We've already met, and I gathered that I ought to keep my distance. He says he serves the gods, but he's a threat.
Oh, he's just a big downer. I cure his injuries, yet still he incurs more, and not even I possess the power yet to cure his spirit. The dead have more cheer than a man like that. Now come, I've curses to concoct. Ascion Kataski.
See the size of that terrible Typhon, my niece? It has been so long since last we fought that I dare say he's grown still larger in the intervening time. And sneakier as well. All of that shaking here, much from him.
Supplying goods to mighty Heracles. Sometimes I wonder whom else you provide for, my lord. Not that you'd say. Oh.
Thanks for helping clear the air a bit up here. Bought us a little moment to recover and regroup. Now everybody's all fired up again to break the siege. Oh, but listen to me. All about the warring like the rest of them.
I urge you visit us, though since we're under siege and all, perhaps it isn't worth a trip. Olympus sure takes on a different feel when you're stuck. We've cut back on the feasting and frolicking a lot. Oh, how I miss those days.
Blast. Wonderful. He got sail to this mountaintop. As he fashions for himself a craft that sails on air, he shall be relegated to my waters. But how then did he get his goods up here?
You're no sheep. So how is it over there across the drink? But it's been snowing. Sounds like a real rotten place to live.
What do you mean, Mount Olympus? The gods themselves quite like it. Enough to want to fiercely defend it from the Titan you decided to support. But yes, it's rather cold.
Oh, I could never settle in a place like that. I like the temperature same way I like my meat. Nice and hot. Of course, I can also eat it raw. Can't be too picky and all that.
You really went and took on Typhon, eh? I caught a glimpse of him. As close as I dared fly to that huge storm. He could have squished you like a bug. Although I guess bugs can't use magic to escape.
And bugs have wings, kind of like you. But yes, I can attest to Typhon's size and strength. Fortunately, I'm quicker, and have every god and goddess on Olympus backing me.
But they're my pales in comparison to my inventions here. Well, I shouldn't even jest like that. You don't suppose they heard? Don't tell them I said anything.
So you have seen the great monstrosity with your own eyes, have you, Poppet? Typhon, I mean, of course. Oft have I wondered about his deep connection to the natural world.
And what connection would that be? He's a monster, just as you said. A thing that does not belong in our world.
Yet there he is, where you'll be going soon. Who only knows the limits of our world, and that which it contains? Certainly not you or I, Poppet. All that is here belongs, is what I say. Then you shall have it.
In one forgotten recess of the fallen city, a solitary seeker of profane mysteries conducts her undertakings beneath a pale, distant moon. A lonesome, dusty path from the necropolis exhibits much of the decay within, yet provides comfort of a sort to all the many simple shades nearby, with nowhere left to go.
Much as your father was custodian of all the dead, so are we responsible for the rest of the world. The hour has grown dark, yes, but we have the power to restore. Thanks be to my good sister Demeter.
The time for restoration always comes, as does the spring. But we're amidst a long winter, without an end in sight. We need concern ourselves with naught else, O Queen.
Somebody's there.
Are you the one responsible for that spectral barrier at the city gates? It has the markings of Kronos all over it. And you seem to be the extra backup in case it fails.
Oh, that thing, yeah. I knew it'd never hold. But they keep fixing it anyway. Almost like somebody out there don't want you here.
You can fly wherever you want now. But I'm glad you didn't go so far I couldn't catch up. Here, in light of your godlike wings, a little gift.
Oh, come on. Just because I've been flying around near Olympus doesn't mean I get to feast like I'm from there. But maybe with your permission, eh? You know what? I've got something for you too.
Is this one of your inventions? Amazing. Thank you.
Look at you.
Would you be interested in visiting the springs with me, Dora? A warm soak can be good for the soul.
Nah, kinda busy doing nothing whatsoever at the moment. Though I might be up for a soak some other time. Hey, where have you been? You smell. Not in a bad way, necessarily, and I don't know how I can smell or remember any smell, so... that is weird.
I was up top. Must be the sea air and the salt, distinct from Oceanus down below. I sailed across the waters toward Olympus on a ship.
Exciting! I was right here the whole time.
You're back. Princess, officially I cannot condone your actions. Your visits to the surface violate the terms the fates set for your father's lineage, and you invite whichever consequences they see fit.
Yes, but unofficially, Lord Moros? If you'll permit yourself to speak of it this once. Or are we limited to candid conversations only when I'm on the verge of death?
Our conversations are most definitely more secure that way, but unofficially, I am amazed by your accomplishment. Perhaps living so close to the surface predisposed you, but still, I was uncertain it was possible.
May the fates forgive my transgressions.
Likewise.
The darkly splendorous Melinoi attends a certain thicket of the crossroads whenever she requires time to think and plan.
Time is against us.
Hey, where have you been?
I was up top.
Exciting! I was right here the whole time.
Where are you, headmistress?
Up and about?
During a recent voyage, I found Circe the Enchantress on her little isle, evidently safe from all the turmoil at sea. Don't you two know each other fairly well?
In life and death, we can but strive to know each other well, goddess. Though I knew Circe just a bit, at least. As casual acquaintances is all. Why do you ask?
Oh, just in case you wanted me to tell her anything when next we met, as she may be providing some assistance when I navigate the Rift of Thessaly.
No need to tell her anything. Best keep your focus on the task at hand.
Noted.
Yeah? Can't believe you got to Kronos before me. Knew you stood no chance against him, but didn't think you'd get there at all anytime soon.
Is that supposed to be some sort of compliment? Or an apology, perhaps?
No.
You remained upon the surface for considerably longer than before. How was it? Any good?
War rages above. The Olympians sent Heracles himself to contain the damage. Shades of the dead linger everywhere. So, not good, all in all.
Shades of the dead? Sure sounds like more disciples we can use. Sprint into them, will ya?
Don't know what's been with all the rumbling of late, but it ain't Poseidon and it ain't me forge. Probably something bad. But I ain't sweating till I know what it is.
To make the most of our arrangement, I bid you activate a certain artifact where you reside. Within the pitch-black facets of this standing stone are possibilities to be explored. I shall reveal how to see them all, but first...
The ancient and obscure originator of creation yet remains, observing from within such black impenetrable depths the endless toil of the living and the dead.
How long have you resided here, Lady Medea? I thought all our forces fled once the city was overrun, but you seem rather comfortable.
Oh, yes. All the death and panic made for many vacancies. I slipped in through the shadows soon after the city fell and remained, practicing, observing. Great Hecate has eyes upon the surface everywhere.
Remember, girl, this world is ours by right. The fates themselves decided it. Now Kronos seeks to overthrow our reign. He already had his opportunity to rule. There is no going back to how things were.
I ought to welcome you more formally to our world's surface, little star. Part of me knew you would discover your way here. If you feel lost, you need but look aloft.
So what's up? So what do you even do when you're out? Collect more plants and stuff like that? You used to stay in all the time.
Dora, I was training in secrecy all that time. While I'm out each night, mostly I have to fight my way to Kronos, past a variety of things that don't like having me around.
Can't imagine why. And you just keep trying to do the same thing, huh? I would have given up so long ago. You should try it. Giving up.
The nocturnal arms you bear are strong, yet burden you with terrible responsibility. One that you are only beginning to understand.
The bearer shall uphold the will of night in service to the underworld. Almost as though I'm at their command and not the other way around.
That is the correct way to look at it. And I would share with you a certain incantation that shall deepen this relationship of yours.
The aspects of night and darkness. Great Hephaestus, your work is beyond compare, and I'm grateful for your candor with me as well. Please, take this offering.
Anytime I get an offering, it's because somebody wants something from me. You're already getting premium service, but hey, it's your nectar. Mine now, I reckon.
The pathway to the docks is sealed shut by a phantasmal force that neither mortal nor immortal strength can budge.
It's drawing strength.
How fares great Hecate amid such inauspicious nights? Scarce has she had occasion lately to illuminate this place.
Headmistress seems well enough. I've not once seen hardship ever get to her. But then, perhaps she wears that veil of hers so as to never show even a trace of doubt.
We all wear veils, don't we, sorceress? Great Hecate, she merely puts aside all pretenses about it. Well, good to know that she is still herself, and I remain her humble servant here.
Planning to go from there, right, Em? Well, let's see if we can't cut out a little travel time to your destination, hey?